Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of the Twilight Imperium series. Well, the unboxing anyway. So the first part we unboxed the base game, the core game, and now we're going to unbox the expansion, Prophecy of Kings. The expansion design is by Dane Beltrami, which I think is remarkable since the base game was designed by Christian T. Petersen. Anyway, so Twilight Imperium 4th edition, Prophecy of Kings, Fantasy Flight of course. You see several of the new factions here. I'm sure you'll see more on the side. Yep, there you go. Alright. Titans of Ul. And here as well. I think that takes care of everybody, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's open it up. No art in the box. No. So this box is going to be thrown away. Okay, spoiler alert. Because everything's going to fit in the base box. Should be. Alright, so here is a nice heavy set of punch boards again. So let me cut it up first. Cut off the plastic. Okay, here we go. And I think straight off the bat you can see there's some very special planets here. Some are legendary planets. Some are like anomalies. It's really coming out a little bit. Okay. Are they red, the back? Yes, the backs are red. It's just to signify that you cannot have the same of certain color of tile. Otherwise it becomes very unbalanced. Okay, here, the dark. But these are like two factions that start here, which is pretty crazy. Especially this one is so awesome. And I don't know who starts there actually. I don't recognize the token. Oh, we'll see it later. Elysium. This is the Titans of Ul, because I played with them before. I played really badly with them. And now you have space tiles with 3 planets. It's very interesting. Okay. So Hope's End, legendary planet as well. Okay. Alright, so it's falling apart. More triple planets. And then also wide wormholes. More troops, more planets. More planets. And now we have hyperlanes. It is to play with on bigger maps with less people. So also a pretty nifty addition. And everything's falling out, as you can see. Malice is also a legendary world, and you can see it has multiple wormholes to get there. Alright, so expansion rules and lore compendium. So it also has some more details about who are they, where did they come from, and so on. So you can see already a background here, a lot of background here. And then new units, like the mix. You can see it here as well. Game board setup, hyperlane setup. Okay, 5, 7, or 8 players now. There you go. Wormhole nexuses, hyperlanes, more maps to choose from. Of course, online there's tons and tons and tons of maps. Look at how huge the 8-player setup is. Okay, and then the lore compendium, Prophecy of Ix, Sovereigns of Eld, the Collapse of Acheron, New Alliances, and Tides of War. Alright, let's open this up. Because you have the factions here, but also some new types of sheets to add to your faction sheets, actually. So let's easily go out here, and these two as well. There we go. Alright, so first those are the factions. We have the Empyrean. Alright. We have the Mahakt Gene Sorcerers. We have the Vulrith Cabal. The Nas Rocca Alliance. Then we have the Argent Flight. There we go. With the Nomad. And then finally, the Titans of Ul. And then, like I said, with the expansion, they have agents. So you will put this on the other side of your board, like this. And the agents will be here, okay? And your mech will be here. And also, it just is an added change to the flow. All right, and once again, double-sided if you prefer it left or right, whatever you like. And you have one in each color. And then the two that were added is for the two new colors. Okay, very simple. You see here, now you can conquer the galaxy in pink or in orange. And then these are the mechs. Let me take some out. Now, we noticed that the colors of the mechs are not 100% the same as the base colors, which is a bit sad. But it is what it is. So these are the mechs. There you go. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. Alright. Alright. So I'll do the same thing as the last unboxing. You can see everything that's remaining is cards. I will take them out, spread them out, and then explain what they are. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Time to go over the cards. We'll keep it simple at the start. First of all, these are just all the different races, new unit upgrades, faction specific. The Vulrith mech, for example, the Mahak mech, all different mechs, what they do, what their abilities are. So all these are different as well. So once again, it makes the factions even more different, which is always awesome. So yeah, these are all mechs. Some of them of the new factions, they have other things like the Nomad's Flagship, the Vulrith Space Dock, and so on. Alright. Then we have these cards, which are more specific text that you can research. Sorry, I lost it there for a second. These are also for the specific alien races, so the specific factions as well. All right. Here we have the legendary planets. The is it legendary? Sure, whatever, why not? Primor, Hopes End, Malice, and Mirage, and they all come with a card, a legendary, and it has a specific ability. Like for example, Mirage, you may exhaust this card at the end of your turn to place up to 2 fighters from your reinforcements in any system, so you get more fighters. Malice, you can exhaust this card to gain 2 crate goods or convert all your commodities. Hope's End, you can place 1 mech from your reinforcements on any planet or draw an action card. Primor, you can place up to 2 infantry from your reinforcements on any planet you control. So those are those legendary planets. All right. Then we have the all the tech cards for the colors, like for the new color for orange, for pink in this case, and for orange in this case. So you can see both units and regular tech. All right. Then here you can see it's all the colors of the rainbow, because these are the new techs. For example, AI development algorithm. So when you research a unit upgrade technology, you can exhaust this card to ignore 1 prerequisite. So everything becomes cheaper. Really nice. And also when one or more of your units use production, you may exhaust this card to reduce the combined costs of produced units by the number of unit upgrade technologies that you own. So this can combine with the Sarween tools can be really nice. Biostims, you may exhaust this card at the end of your turn to ready one of your planets that has a technology specialty or one of your other technologies, which is also nice. Dark Energy Tap allows you to explore the frontier tokens. More about that later. And also you can retreat into adjacent systems that do not contain other players' units, even if you don't have units or control in those systems. Predictive intelligence. At the end of your turn, you may exhaust this card to redistribute your command tokens. Also really powerful. And also when you cast votes during the agenda phase, you can cast 3 additional votes. So if you do, and the outcome you voted for is not resolved, exhaust this card. Then psychoarchaeology. You can use technology specialties on planets without exhausting them. And also during the action phase, you can exhaust planets you control that have technology specialties to gain 1 trade good, which hardly ever happens, but maybe, you know, sometimes it can be useful. Scanning drone network. When you activate a system, you may explore 1 planet in that system that contains 1 or more of your units. It's really, really nice. And self-assembly routines. That's the last one. No, 2 more. Self-assembly routines. After 1 or more of your units use production, you may exhaust this card to place 1 mech from your reinforcements on a planet you control in that system. So it's really nice, especially if your mech has a deployment bonus. And then Sling Relay, exhaust this card to produce 1 ship in any system that contains 1 of your space docks. So 1 ship. So any ship. Okay, which is crazy good. Alright, anyway, so that's the same for all the different colors. Okay, then we have the faction planets. As you can see, you know, some, if I'm not mistaken, start with multiple planets. Yeah, this one, I forgot what it is, but start with 3 planets. Okay, pretty nice. Okay, and then we have the regular planets here. Okay, I'm not gonna show all of them because we've seen them actually already. Even though they might look crazy or cool, they don't have any special abilities. Okay, so yeah, planets, 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 and planets. All right, then we have the exploration that's new in this expansion. Basically, whenever you take over a planet where no one has gone yet, you can explore it, and then you get 1 of these cards. So if it is an industrial, you get this one. If it's I guess military, I don't know, and cultural, this one, and frontier, that's in space, and on top of anomalies and so on is this one. So let's take this one first. Okay, so for example, if you flip this one, this planet has a green technology specialty. If it already has one, it becomes +1/+1. So really nice. You have multiple like that. You can see +1/+1, so on. But then you can also have fragments. If you have 3 fragments, you can purge them as an action and get a relic. Really nice. So there's a bunch of stuff that you can expand. I'm not going to go into everything, or maybe I should. So you may gain 1 commodity, or may spend 1 trade good or 1 commodity to place 1 mech from your reinforcements on this planet, which is the same. Local fabricators, abandoned warehouses, you can gain 2 commodities. So this is mostly about trade or convert. Then you also have functioning base. You may gain 1 commodity or spend 1 trade good or 1 commodity to draw an action card, and that's it. Okay, so this is pretty safe to explore. The next one is not that safe to explore. First of all, also same thing. If it already has a technology, you get the bottom. If it doesn't, it becomes a red technology. And there's only 1. You can see that. This planet's resource value is increased by 2. So really nice. Increased by 1. 1, 2. And then fragments, 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 fragments. And then if you have at least 1 mech on this planet, or if you remove 1 infantry from this planet, ready this planet. This, of course, is useless if you, when you can do that, but you know, it depends on the planet, I guess. Core mine, if you have at least 1 mech on this planet, or if you remove 1 infantry, gain 1 trade good. So that means if you explore these, it's better to explore with a mech, because then you don't have to remove infantry. Volatile fuel source, if you have at least 1 mech or level up, gain 1 command token. So watch out if you're exploring red planets if you don't have a mech. And then this one, so 2 influence, I guess it's cultural, +1. And then the player who has the Crown of Infidia relic has control of this planet. They can use that relic to gain 1 VP. If the player has that. So if you have that relic and this, pretty nice. Demilitarized zone. Nobody wants this because no one can take over the planet and you can't build forces there. Gamma wormhole. Put a gamma wormhole on the top of it. Resource increased. Fragment, 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 fragment. Place one infantry, produce one unit in the system, spend influence as if it was resources, and that's it. All right. Then we have the frontier tokens. So you have to research to be able to do this, although I think some races start with the technology. So Iron Storm might happen, which means there's like a portal there, a wormhole, and every time you use it, it flips to the other side. Gamma Relay, which is Gamma Wormhole. Mirage Planet appears there. An enigmatic device. You can spend 6 resources and purchase card to research 1 technology. Really nice. Lost Crew, draw 2 action cards. Derelict Vessel, draw 1 secret objective. Merchant Station, replenish your commodities or convert them to trade goods. And then some wild fragments that you can use as any color. And then, of course, we come to the interesting ones, the relics. There's not too many of them, okay? And I think around 4 or 5 come out every game. The Stellar Converter. So basically, you destroy the planet. You simply destroy it. It's gone. It's out of the game. You choose one planet, you destroy it, but you need to have bombardment, okay? The Scepter of Emelpar. So when you spend a token from your strategy pool, you can exhaust this to spend one from your reinforcement instead. So you exhaust it. That means you can use it every round, okay? So when you gain this card, gain 1 victory point. When you lose this card, lose 1 victory point. So dangerous and also good. The Crown of Amphidia. After you perform a tactical action, you may exhaust this card to explore 1 planet you control. And if you control the Tomb of Amphidia, you can get rid of it to get a victory point. The Crown of Thalnos. You can reroll any number of dice, applying +1 to the results. Any units that reroll dice but do not produce 1 hit are destroyed, so you're gambling basically. Man of Worlds. At the start of the agenda phase, you may purge this card and exhaust all of your planets to gain 1 technology. So basically you're not voting, but you're getting technology. The Codex. Purge this card to take up to 3 action cards of your choice from the action discard pile. Really nice. Before you move your units during tactical action, you may purge this card to move and transport units that are in the system that contain 1 of your command tokens. So basically, it's like warfare without removing a token. And the Obsidian, you get a secret objective, and you can have 1 additional scored or unscored secret objective, which is also crazy. And the Prophet's Tears, when you research a technology, you may exhaust this card to ignore 1 prerequisite or draw 1 action card. So this is also really, really good. I think I'm going to start going for these relics more. It's awesome. All right, what else do we have? We have new secret objectives, a ton of them. Have units with a combined production value of at least 8 in a single system. Use anti-fire barrage to destroy the last of the player's fighters in the system. Control planets that have a combined effect. There's a lot. I'm not going to go over all of them, you know. Control legendary planets. Lose control of a planet in the host system. So lose control. You or a planet you control are elected by an agenda. Super difficult, I think. Win a combat in an anomaly. Control planets that have a combined resource value of 12. Purge 2 of your relic fragments of any type. Okay, so these are all that. And then you have new action cards. Choose one of your neighbors that has 1 or more relic fragments. That player must give you 1 relic fragment of your choice. Happened to me. Really annoying. There's a lot of stuff here again, you know, and there's no doubles. After you activate a system, during the movement step of this tactical action, ignore the effect of anomalies. Also awesome. Diplomatic pressure. Choose another player. They have to give you a promissory note from their hand, which is not that good. At the start of the announced retreat step of space combat, if you're a defender, your opponent must announce the retreat if able. Things like that. Okay, there are doubles actually. Alright, anyway. New public objectives, round 1. Have units in 3 systems that do not contain planets. Spend 3 influence, 3 resources, and 3 trade goods. Have your flagship or a war sun on the game board. Control 2 planets that have attachments. Have 4 or more structures. Have 5 or more non-fighter ships in 1 system. Control more planets than each 2 of your neighbors, and so on, so on, so on. Well, I can do the last 3 exactly. Have units in 3 systems on the edge of the game board other than your home system. Have structures on 3 planets outside of your home system. And have units in 2 systems that contain legendary planets, Megazord Rex, or anomalies. And you already know the level 2s. There's a ton of them though this time. Oh no, I mixed them up with the agenda phase. That makes more sense. All right, it's just going to be more of the same, you know, just like a higher requirement, have 7 or more structures and so on. Yeah, so it's just the same, but then higher amounts. Agenda phase, more directives and laws. The elected player gains 1 relic. Oh, this is a level 2. That was still in there. Heavier flagship or a war sun. Okay, never mind. The elected player plays command tokens from the reinforcements so that they have 3 tokens in their tactic pool, 3 tokens in their fleet pool, and 2 tokens in their strategy pool. They return any excess tokens to the So, for example, if you're fighting against the Necrovirus, they might have a ton of tokens. This would really cut them down a bit. So yeah, for all mechs lose their printed abilities except for sustained damage. Each player that voted 4 gains 3 trade goods, stuff like that. Okay, so, and then we have these. These are just another bunch of, if you roll all the colors, promissory notes, okay. I don't think there's anything specifically new. Alliance. So when you receive this card, if you are not the purple player, you must place face up in your play area while this card is in play. You can use the purple player's commander ability if it is unlocked. And if you activate a system that contains blah, 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 you return it. So basically, Alliance allows you to use the other person's commander. There's one thing that I've skipped so far, and that is the agents, right? Different agents. Now, first of all, I'm holding it the wrong side, I guess. You have 3 different types of agents. You have 1, and then you have 2, 3. These correspond with here. So you can see number 1 is the agent, number 2 is the commander, number 3 is the hero. All right. So, for example, you start with your agent already active, and you have an action that you can do with it, and then you exhaust it. For example, exhaust this card and choose the player's non-fighter ship. Their player may replace that ship with 1 from their reinforcements that costs up to 2 more than your player. Player can be yourself. Now, if you want to use your commander, have 12 ground forces on planets you control. Then when it's activated, you have a power. For example, after another player activates a system that contains 1 or more of your units that have production, you may produce 1 unit in that system. And then this is a hero. I have 3 scored objectives, which I believe is the same for everybody. So produce any number of units in any number of systems that contain 1 or more of your ground forces. Then purge this card. So this will be gone then. So this is the same for all the factions, and they all have different abilities, okay? So once again, makes the factions even more different, which makes it even more awesome. All right, this was the unboxing of Prophecy of Kings. All right, now I'm going to do a second video. A third. I don't know why I had a lisp. Why did I suddenly say Thori? Okay, sorry. We're going to do a third video. That's what that's why I did the th, because I put the th with the, yeah, whatever. So I'm going to make a third video about the insert, how everything fits, and also the extra stuff that comes with it. I'll see you there. Bye-bye.